Hey guys, we're a tad bit early. We scheduled this for 7:30, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on here and just give it some time to see if
Yeah.
anybody jumps on.
You'll be hearing us kind of discuss some things before we actually go live at 7:30. So if a few bad words come out, just excuse us. We don't mean to do it on purpose.
Especially this one.
Yeah,
She's bad at
sorry.
She's a bad influence on all of us.
Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. So, anyway, so what do you got? Which one? No, I
Are we
don't
doing
know
this one?
that one. Are we doing that one tonight?
This one we're just gonna discuss a little bit on. We will be discussing some on the Summer Wells case, the Michael Bond case, Molly Miller and Colt Haynes.
And the big one, Alonzo Brooks tonight. And if you're not familiar with that, before we go live, just give you a tiny, tiny little recap. Just tell you this much, the FBI is involved in this one, guys. So this one's a big one. Have to excuse us for a second here. He got a phone call. So. You want to do that?
Okay. We took our neighbors some enchiladas. And they were calling to say thank you.
Okay. Gotta love that down home stuff, guys. All right.
This case has been really interesting,
yes.
yet really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kinda.
Michael.
Which one? The Alonzo. No, this is the Alonzo Brooks
The
one.
Alonzo Brooks.
Oh.
Yeah. The Michael
Oh,
one.
okay, it's
That's
over
right
here.
there.
Say, the Michael and the Summer Wells, both
Yeah.
of those deal with 5-year-old children.
Yeah. It's never a good one,
And there's
believe me.
still no answers on either one of those.
Which just amazes me with everything that goes on and whatnot. I know that there's a lot involved on the other end, not just us, but some words would be nice to hear from by now.
Yeah.
If they can solve cold cases from 100
Right.
years ago, they can find
Right.
a 5-year-old.
Right.
See, this shows you that tonight's just going to be a relaxed discussion with you guys. And see, we do have somebody on here with us now.
I mean, we've only got about 4 minutes. We can go live. Want to just get into it, or you want to wait? I meant
See,
the cases.
She's a little slow too. My sister, I could pick on her.
So,
Let's start out with the shout outs.
all right, we're going to shout out to some people here tonight. Go.
I want to start off by giving a big shout out to our kids' dentist. It's Little Chompers Pediatric Dentistry
Yeah.
here in Leavenworth, Kansas. Dr. Kaiser and his team it's amazing.
You guys rock.
I wanted to say thank you for the support you gave us, your enthusiasm, and how much you appreciated everything we were doing. And the shirts. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. The shirts here. We love those shirts. They're super
Hi,
comfortable.
Tamara.
But that is my shout out to them. So thank you so much. And if you have little kids in the Leavenworth area, take them to Little Chompers because they're just awesome.
Not too many pediatric dentists in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're awesome. So,
Next, we got to shout out Kansas Missing and Unsolved. They are on Facebook. They have also recently taken over Missouri Missing and Unsolved, and they have a national Missing and Unsolved. But you can find them on Facebook. Really good people doing really good work. And I've talked with them on a few of our cases, and just awesome people over there.
all right. The one I want to talk about is it this one? Or
Yeah.
Okay. It's Missing Persons Center. You know more about that but yeah, they're awesome too.
We are listed with Missing Person Center as a search and recovery team. There are other teams on there from across the country. I've been in contact with many of them, and just very good people, very passionate about helping families find their missing loved ones. You can put new cases on there. You can look for updates on cases on there. This is just like a center place for everything. There's even law enforcement on there. I mean, they have a little bit of everything on there.
But they're good if you have questions and you need to talk to somebody about a missing family member or whatever it may be. They're there for you guys. Don't count them out.
No.
Please.
And their response time to get back in contact with you is one of the quickest response times I've seen. I mean, I've talked with everything from other teams to the founder of Missing Person Center. I've talked to him quite a bit. Really good person.
What's his name?
I don't have it with me. It's something Law. So good last name for it. And from here, I want to move on to Moms Against Trafficking Humans.
This one is something that's very important to all of us. Big important.
Yeah, because we have a case that we are going to be bringing to you guys very soon that it does appear to involve trafficking. And the victim's mother is actually the founder of Moms Against Trafficking Humans. You could find her page on Facebook. And I'm going to put a link to all of these in the comments later on. So you'll be able to check all of these out. But that case, a lot of people don't realize that human trafficking is as big of an issue as it is. And it's happening in our own neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So we will be bringing this case out to you very soon. And
Just hang in there, guys.
Just
We're getting
a
there.
wow.
Yeah.
And our last shout out, I'm kind of cheating here. I'm going to have to shout out Megan and her Crooked Trail Designs. Our shirts,
Yep. I don't know if you can see mine, but there you go.
they all come from this lady.
She's
And
awesome.
She has some stuff going on with Crooked Trail Designs, and I'm just going to turn it over to her for a minute. And Megan.
Since it's getting close to the end of summer, I am having a end of summer sale where everything on the website is 25% off. I've got jewelry, I've got shirts, keychains. We just got a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm her model tonight.
Yeah.
So first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, this cool bracelet, guys.
So here's one of the bracelets.
I don't know
made.
how well you can see it, but I mean, it's the perfect size, guys. I love it. Right there.
I mean, I make keychains.
You got your shotgun
and,
shells.
shotgun
and,
shells and fishing lures.
Yep.
That's devastating, by the way. I am a fisherman, and that hurts.
And the next part is your
This is something new that I'm making. It's
the Western
the
chokers.
Western choker. Sorry, I had a brain fart. But this is just a few of the things I make.
She can make them to order too, guys.
Yeah,
right?
I am actually
Right.
starting to do that. It's still a slow process, but I'm just now getting into like custom designs. And
And-
that's for shirts and jewelry. So
And then these guys, this last one she's gonna show you. I love these things. They're so cute.
these are just some of the
Got it.
yeah, some of the earrings that I have.
And it's
made.
it's that leather that's fringed.
Yeah.
And she added some bling to it there, but they are so cute.
So
You
that's
guys-
what I do on the side, and
Yeah.
Tamara, I got to agree with you somewhat.
Right.
I've had a
Yes,
lot
right.
of luck on pink lures.
yes, they're my favorite.
Joanne, she wants to know the website.
That is mwhfa.net. In fact, let me.
If it doesn't pop up on here, you can go to my Facebook page. It's just Crooked Trail Designs.
Yeah.
and it's got the info on there for the coupon codes that you can use for the 25% off, and
And the
you
shirts,
can browse everything.
right. The shirts that she makes, she's got some cute designs, guys. It's mainly the hunting and the fishing and the kind of, what do you want to call it, Meg?
I do like outdoors,
Outdoorsy, yeah.
and like Western type themes,
Yeah.
but I branch off.
Yeah, cute stuff, guys. Please go check out her website. It's awesome. I love it.
And the category of the shirts that are marked under search and recovery, those shirts are also on sale. But like we've said before, the proceeds to those shirts go back into search and recovery. They don't go to Crooked Trails.
It goes toward our search efforts.
Yeah,
Right.
so we can continue doing what we do.
And Tamara, I'm a guy, so sometimes I don't like saying this, but pink and purple are my two favorite colors to fish with.
Purple. I'm addicted to purple.
I like the pink.
So yeah. Okay. So, are we ready?
And you announced, I got
Oh.
the your coupon code here. Did you tell them what your coupon code is?
Oh, sorry. The coupon code that you use, it's end of summer 2021, but the E, the O, and the S have to be capitalized. So keep that in mind when you
Yes.
when you make your purchase, to type that in, and you'll get your 25% off.
So
And
check it out, guys.
Speaking of websites, our search and recovery website is taking me a little longer to get going than I anticipated. It is coming, but we are unable to open it publicly at the moment. We still have some more work to do on it, but we will get that out as soon as possible and get that information to you as well. So
Sorry if you're hearing background noise. Our dog's over there chewing on his bone.
Yeah, he's having a field day with that thing.
and he done that same thing, and then he sneezed while we were doing our 9/11 memorial video last night.
Yeah.
I think he just felt left out and wanted to be on camera.
Yeah. He's a goofy dog. Anyway, all right,
I'd say we
guys.
go ahead and
So we've got one big case, like I said, that we're going to save till at the very end. But in the meantime,
let's jump on the Summer Wells case.
okay, we're talking about baby girl hair, little Miss Summer Wells.
This one, I am starting to feel that the abduction story is a legit possibility here.
And why is that?
With so many areas being searched so thoroughly, and we're talking cadaver dogs, divers, sonar, drones, searching from the air, the ground, the water, everything. Hundreds of people on the ground searching, miles searched multiple times, and nothing of any substance has been found on this. And I'm still not ready to say I think the family is clear, didn't have a hand in it, but I'm leaning more towards that somebody has taken her, whether the family's involved or not. I don't feel that she's in the area at this point.
And speaking of maybe, a kidnapping or an abduction, I'm sure you all are familiar with the flood damage that came through that state. What was it? A
Yes.
few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Any evidence that might have been on the property, I'm assuming, is gone, completely gone. The floodwaters devastated that area, and so I don't know if there would be any kind of details or evidence or anything left. So that probably puts a kink in the plan as well.
And I know law enforcement, including the TBI, have not released anything new on this. They are continuing to work on it. They're continuing to follow leads that come in. But my fear is this case eventually turning cold. That's why any lead that any of us are able to get needs to go to law enforcement out there.
Yes.
And got to keep this
Absolutely.
case alive.
Yeah, because it is like it's one of those cases, like we've told you repeatedly. It's she's just this 5-year-old little girl.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful little girl.
So
It baffles me that she disappeared so quickly, and yet there's no trace of her anywhere. It's like she just disappeared.
See, and that's why I can't rule family involvement out, because if you were in the yard and somebody's trying to take your kid from the house to the street, that's a pretty good distance there. You're going to, even out of the corner of your eye, you're going to catch the movement and you're going to look up.
and it's a rural little spot, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
what-
people can hear. I mean, there's nobody else around. There's nothing going on. You're going to hear something, a vehicle or a scream, or I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you couldn't figure out. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so hard because they have like a single car driveway and there's nobody around them. How could
Yeah.
you not hear something? But
yeah,
I've heard that they had a dog. I'm not finding it right now, but somebody had reached out to me and said that they had a dog on the property at the time. You know, if a stranger comes on trying to drag your kid off, the dog's going to bark. There's going to be some kind of noise. The brothers are in the house when she disappeared. They would have heard something. So I'm not ready to rule the family out.
yeah.
I'm not ready to say they've done it, but I can't rule them out. But I just got the feeling now that she's not in the immediate area. I mean, they had the cadaver dogs everywhere that they would have picked up on something. And
Yeah.
I know some people say that the bloodhounds did pick up on her scent, but was it new scent, old scent? The trail never led anywhere or to anything. So I don't believe that that was a fresh trail that she may have been on. And again, I wasn't there when the dog picked up the scent, so it's hard for me to say for sure. But everything is telling me that she's not in that immediate area, and the family may or may not have been involved in this.
Let's hope not, because oh,
I just
horrible.
want her to be found. I want her to be safe.
Yeah. So no new no
Yeah,
new details on that.
there's been
Right.
nothing coming out on that. The last details that come out on Summers' case was the sheriff saying that as of now, everybody's still a suspect and they're not ruling anything out.
and we are checking daily, so
Yeah.
just in case something does pop up, we will notice it.
Absolutely.
So let's jump over to our other 5-year-old, Michael Vaughn, nicknamed Monkey. This one is just as heartbreaking as Summers, but with this one, there is still a chance that he may have wandered off somewhere and gotten lost, fallen, got trapped somewhere, and
This is
just
from-
haven't been found. He's in Fruitland, Idaho.
And I'm not real, I don't know much about Idaho. I mean, do we know if that was just a little house rural area again, or in the
That-
city?
Let me pull that up.
Because it looks okay. His parents, Tyler and Brandy. There's been tons of community volunteers, search and rescue teams. Let's see. They've been working around the clock, guys, for this little boy.
He's been missing since July
Yeah.
27th of 21.
And I mean, do we even have what he was wearing that day?
Yes.
It's like- oh,
There you go.
there it goes. All right, he was wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt. So seriously, that's what he was wearing?
Yep.
And dark blue boxer briefs. So the poor little thing didn't even have, I'm assuming, pants on.
Mhm.
And size 11 flip-flops, child size flip-flops. He's only 43 inches tall and 50 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. They've had what? Drones, helicopters, paragliders?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Searching for this little guy. Let's see. Did you find out anything about Britland?
As of 2019, the population is 5,264.
So yeah,
it's
super small town, guys. Again, this ain't anywhere that he was, outdoor kid, always outside wanting to go and play or do something. I don't think so.
I did read that he was kind of like to play outside.
Yeah. This one's good right here.
Like every other case, though, you hear so many things about the individuals that, sometimes you get strangers, don't even know the people, never heard from them, see their name on a missing persons case, and they'll sit there and try to tell you a whole life story on the individual, never know anything about them.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that. I've seen it on this case too, but we're seeing that on pretty much every case.
Yeah. Should be right back, guys. So they've already searched 3,000 acres of land?
Yeah.
Right?
And that's been searched anywhere from 3 to 6 times.
Let's see. They've checked a septic tank. They've done 200, they've even searched 200 trash cans in the area just to see if maybe the poor thing's in there. Let's see. There's been over 160 tips, though, called in for this little guy. Oh, excuse me. Wrong. 250. Excuse me. They have surveillance videos.
Yeah, they have looked over 60 surveillance videos.
Where were these videos
Just
at?
And some of it has to be from like the doorbell cameras, I'm sure street light cameras, security cameras. And that was my thinking, he was in a certain area when he went missing. And to be such a small area, 60 surveillance
Somebody would see
videos
it.
kind of.
Yeah.
But they didn't spare no expense when it come to searching.
Mm-mm.
And these numbers is pretty much all of the agencies. This doesn't include all the volunteers who showed up and
Yeah.
helped search and continue to do so.
And with over 250 tips, that's amazing. Somebody has seen this poor little guy somewhere or have heard about him or whatever. But, that's awesome. At least, yeah.
And if you live in the area, please go out and search your property, any sheds, any old vehicles, anywhere a little boy could be. And let's find Michael.
Yeah. And the picture and his case layout picture is, I'm assuming, already on there. But yeah.
It's on our Facebook page, and it's also in some of the videos on Michael.
But yeah, he's 5 years old. Like I said, he's been missing since July 27th, 2021. If you know Tyler and Brandy, his parents, give them a call or talk to them, see if, just do what you can, people. They need it.
They are hurting. And even through the pain and the grief, they are cooperating with law enforcement 100%. They just want their little boy back.
Yeah. So
This,
oh yeah, I never even thought of that. That net detective. We just read your comment there. That is very true. That is very true. Well, he's another one then.
See, because we have a couple more cases that involve young kids that we're working on the case layouts to share with you guys.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't either, but it makes total sense. That's very true. Because if you think back to those, like shows like Unsolved Mysteries and whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of children on there that are blonde with blue eyes. So,
See,
No, that one case with the. Oh, I can't think of her name.
have we already talked about it?
No, I'm talking about like back when we were younger, where she was snatched,
oh
and it was
my
like
goodness.
that man and woman took her. She's like in politics now.
Oh, yes. She was kidnapped for years and held in the basement, I believe. I know you
Blonde
guys.
hair and blue eyes.
She
That's
had
what made
blonde
me think
hair,
of
blue
it.
eyes, and she's in politics now.
Or she's an advocate or
Yeah. Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But anyway, blonde hair, blue eyes.
wandered
So-
off on my own little trail here.
But no. Okay. Anyway, that's monkey.
Duggard.
Is that right?
Is okay. Duggard?
I couldn't find that.
It's gonna bother me now. I gotta look it up.
Smart. No.
Smart. Her last name was Smart. Yes. Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Crap. Now I confused myself.
I want to
Oh,
say.
geez.
Anyway, let's move on to the next case.
I've learned my lesson when they get off like this, just to sit back, smile, nod.
If I am looking at this right, is her name Kristen Smart?
No.
No. that's-
Elizabeth Smart. There we
Elizabeth
go.
Smart. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Tamara. I knew I was going to get it. Or one of us. Thank you, Tamara. But yes, that's who. Yeah. Okay.
So let's jump over to the Molly Miller Colt Haynes case. And this one we've done some videos on. And the location of where the car was found after it had been wrecked is, I'm hearing, was
Yes, Joanne. Thank you, honey.
the car wreck next to the property that the sheriff, I believe it was, owned.
Mhm.
The guy driving the car was related to the sheriff. And this one, I mean, the sheriff faced corruption charges. Some other law enforcement have. I
This
don't
one
think
is
it's been
just
strict
weird.
Yeah,
enough.
this one just is, it's super strange and weird how it happened. But at the same time, it kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking corrupt cops.
We're
So,
hearing that
that
a lot.
seems to be a
That seems to be a
Pattern.
pattern. But anyway,
See, we have another case we're going to be releasing very soon that screams corruption. And these cases I hate, but you know, if that's what we're finding, that's what we're going to share with you guys.
okay. The girl was taken and wasn't found for,
JC
oh, wow.
Oh, I do
Wow.
remember that one. That name does sound familiar now.
Real quick though, where did that happen? What state?
That sounds so familiar now.
JC Duggard. It
Yeah,
probably
does.
is, but Smart is
The
out
Smart
there.
was the one I was
She's
thinking
out there
about.
all over the news, so of course she's the one we're gonna remember.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do remember that.
yeah, that does sound familiar.
But anyway, with the Molly Miller and Colt Haynes, they've been missing since what, July 8th of 2013.
I think the sheriff's property needs to be searched. It's got a pond on there. It is pretty rural. Something could be buried there. I really feel that needs to be searched, and sheriff doesn't cooperate with it.
Yeah.
Ex-sheriff, I should clear that up, but
Yeah.
he doesn't cooperate with anybody looking into this case. And
Have you heard anything new on this at all?
Nothing.
No.
If law enforcement doesn't cooperate, that right there is your first biggest.
Ex-law enforcement.
Well, I know,
It
but
don't
I'm
matter.
just saying in general.
I don't matter. Yeah, it
if
don't
law
matter.
enforcement doesn't cooperate, that is your biggest red flag right there.
I would say they had enough evidence just with him getting charged for corruption in this case is more than enough for a search warrant on the property, yet apparently that has not been done.
Yeah.
I think he would be found, or I think they would be found on that property myself.
Like right here, here's something that happened at like 12:47 a.m. Molly calls 911, but hangs up before the dispatch could say anything. And I know if you do that, they can still track you.
Yeah.
And maybe that was just her way of saying, hey, this is where we are at. I can't talk. California.
Yep.
Thank you.
Joanne. Yeah, thank you, Joanna.
Let's see. We've talked about it before, but Molly also called several friends and relatives. She said she was in a field and needed to be picked up. This was the last time either one of them were heard from. So that right there, you're in a big field. I mean, there's a lot of places to hide people if need be. Whoa.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
We're gonna have to look into that.
yeah.
Net detective, thank you.
Yeah, we can.
Oh wow. I got it. You need a pen? Thank you. Let's see. Molly and Colt, they called many people that night to try to pick them up. There were 4 individuals out the next morning trying to find them. Let's see. Tell them. Yeah. Well, let's see. Like Molly's phone had gone dead around what 9:39 a.m. and Colt's phone was dead. So, but they could have being in a place like they can still ping that phone. I'm sure.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, but yeah. But
Sorry, not trying to be rude. Had a message coming in.
so anything else you guys want to talk about with that Molly and Colt case?
I would like to get down there and speak with the ex-sheriff and try to come across as almost non-confrontational,
But
but
if this is, he's going to put a fight up.
yeah.
You're not going to get the answers you want. So
I've seen
still-
other teams try talking to him, and they actually tried filming the interactions. It did not go well.
mm-mm.
And
So-
the more that he's pushed, the more we're going to push him away. So
Right.
we do have to be mindful of that, because I feel that's the property that holds answers.
And one more time, that was in Oklahoma, correct?
Yes.
Your specific.
Wilson, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
wow. Wow. Want to write that down too?
See, because that kind of sheds
Yeah.
some more light right there
That's for somewhere in there.
on the back
Yeah,
side
it's
of
on
it.
the back side of it.
The guy's-
His ex-wife. See, I just want Summer to be found. It's
Yeah. I mean, everything you're saying of the Colt case, Tamara,
if it's
one we're talking about right now.
if it's the Colt Molly Miller case,
Yeah.
the driver said that when they wrecked, he run one direction through the woods, and Molly and Colt run the other way through the woods. So he said they separated at that point, and Colt, or the guy that was driving, was picked up the next day, and the car was found, I believe, a week after this took place. And some of the phone calls, Colt actually called some friends and said that he was laying in the ditch with the broken ankle and needed them to come get him. They kept him on the phone, drove out there, blowing their horn, saying he could not hear them. And eventually his phone died. But I've also got reports to where they went to Nip, I think
Nip,
it is the
yeah.
guy's name who was driving.
Yeah.
They went to his house and the driver told them that he hadn't seen them, hadn't been with them, etc.
Mhm.
So
Imagine that.
his story's been all over.
Yeah.
But Nip and his girlfriend ended up getting arrested on charges unrelated to this case.
Hmm.
But neither one of them have cooperated with the case.
Now, how old were
She
how old were
was
Molly?
17.
Molly was 17 at the time, and Colt was 21,
So
and that was back in 2013. So
yeah, so that should tell you how long this case has gone unsolved. So, ugh, I'm telling you. Okay, guys. Now it's time for the big case that we were going to tell you all about tonight. This is Alonzo Brooks. This is the one that's got the FBI involved in it. All right.
This typically isn't the type of case that we would take, but we had somebody reach out to us and we've made the commitment that we will not turn down a case. We might not be able to do a lot, but we will not turn one
No,
down.
and we'll do our best. I mean, we'll do as much as we can. But please don't hesitate. That's what we're here for, guys. Okay.
in this case, sorry,
No, you're fine.
even though he was found, the family just wants to know what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
So that's what this one's about.
Yeah. So it, like Denny said, this isn't a case we usually do because Alonzo has been found. He has, but there's more involved with it now, and that's where we come in. Let's see. He was from what? Gardner.
He moved to Gardner from Topeka.
Okay. Let's see. He's got what? Let's see. He's got 3 sisters, 1 brother. He got along with everybody in that town.
Excuse me for a minute.
But anyway, let's see. Well, if he's getting up, I'm moving over, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So anyway, let's see. It's just us. Okay. Let's see. He went to a party that night.
Yeah, him and some of his
Yeah.
friends were going to a party because one of their buddies was getting ready to, I think it was the Army, the Air Force. It was one of
Yeah.
the military branches. So
So-
they were seeing him off.
Yeah, it was a good luck and, that type of thing. Party. And there was 30 to 50 people at that party. And it says there were only out of the whole group from Gardner and whatnot. Oh, the Alonzo Brooks case, Tamara. Oh yeah. If that's when you're talking about, sweetheart. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. He was in a great mood that night too. I mean, completely, he was more outgoing and just great that night, more than he usually
Okay.
was.
Alonzo was usually a very introverted, shy, kept
Yeah.
to himself person, but
Yeah.
at that night he was having fun.
Yeah. I'm sure there was some alcohol around. I'm
Yes.
positive. But let's see. Anyway, during the party, though, at one point, there was a confrontation between Alonzo and another person. We're not sure what it was about. But yeah, something came up and poor Alonzo got pulled into something. About a half an hour went by. They decided they wanted to go to a different party. Everybody else, Alonzo decided to stay at that party for his friend. And this is, should we talk about names? I don't want to give any names out.
Well, all of it's public, so everybody already knows.
Are
Yeah.
you?
That's where we watched it Tamra, but some of the information that was said on that episode
Yeah.
is different from the kind of stuff that we found.
Yeah. So if you've seen it
it's-
on Netflix and
It was a
Unsolved
good
Mysteries,
episode, though.
I mean, you have the main part of the case, but we're bringing up the rest of it here. So a friend of his had left to go get cigarettes that night. Was this during the party?
Yeah.
And somehow made a wrong turn somewhere and got lost and then got stuck.
Yeah,
It wasn't as accurate as
a lot of people were saying the episode of Unsolved Mysteries was only about halfway accurate, but a lot of it is just
but you
the
got to
same.
remember it's a TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get the main part out, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
most of it they won't simply because it is on a time limit and,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah. So his friend got stuck 30 miles north of where he should have been. He called a buddy at the party to let him know he was lost. And after his friend got there and noticed how badly his car was damaged after getting stuck out wherever he was, he couldn't give Alonzo a ride home that night. So I'm assuming, called another friend. Excuse me, guys. That was my phone there.
Yeah, he called his phone,
Yeah.
or he called his phone. He called his friend to give Alonzo a ride home. And
Because he knew he wouldn't be back in time to give Alonzo a ride home.
he heard Alonzo in the background supposedly making fun of him because he got lost. So,
And unfortunately, that was the last time anybody had seen him
Yeah.
from somebody taking him home, and he never made it home. It wasn't like him not to come home, not to call, not to show up.
yeah.
So of course,
Hearing from his mom, he always called her if he was going to be late. He was always very reliable, dependable. So this was just, she instantly knew something was wrong when he didn't show up the next morning.
yeah. Let's see. And this happened when? When was the date of this? This happened.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Denny wrote down all the information, but of course, I'm assuming it happened in April.
Sorry, Denny's got bad handwriting.
Well, no, he didn't. For some reason, he didn't include the date. Anyway, April 4th is what he has written down, so I'm assuming that's when it took place. Okay. Asking Alonzo was home. So a friend of his, I guess, had called the house looking for Alonzo to go hang out or do something that night, and that's when Mom noticed Alonzo wasn't home. So she, that's when it dawned on her, this isn't something that he would do.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's when she called the police and went from there. But eventually, a friend of his, the one that went to go get cigarettes that night, changed the story, the whole situation, all of a sudden, which just kind of makes me wonder why. Why did you change a subject? All right, Net Detective, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see. You want to talk any more about, let's see, hearing Alonzo. It looks like the main friend that was going to take him home that night had another story to tell about it.
I'm gonna go off that for a minute. Where they went to the party was Lacine, Kansas. It's about an hour from Gardner, where they lived. Granted, we live pretty close to these places,
Yeah.
but I've never been to Lacine, so I don't know how the town is.
I drove
But-
through it.
A lot of people say that even to this day, Lacine can be pretty segregated, and people are a little racist, to put it bluntly. So a lot of people are thinking that, and his family included, are thinking that this was the reason Alonzo was the target,
Because he was
because he
He
was
was
a
a
young black man.
black man, yeah.
And this party was predominantly white kids, but this day and age, that shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, but as you know, if the
But
way
it
things
still
are going
does.
nowadays, it's, yeah.
But they after the party, they his mom and everybody, they went searching for, not his mom, the cops and everybody went searching for him. And they found his shoes and his beanie that he was wearing down towards the end of the driveway of the party house. One was on one side of the road, the other boot and hat were on the other side of the road. And to me, that just sounds like somebody tossed him out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got rid of him and then thought, crap, we got to get rid of this stuff. So just throw it out wherever. Really?
And they're having quite a bit of trouble, or they had quite a bit of trouble from law enforcement because, like I said earlier, it's a predominantly white town, and
So you can pretty
they're
much,
not really wanting to help.
yeah, you can probably guess that law enforcement's probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
They searched for, I think it was,
They did. Where did they search? They had a helicopter up in the air.
that was the 10th of May, I think, is when he was found.
10th of May is when they
Yeah,
found
because he
him.
went missing on April 12th, I think, and then he was found on the 10th.
Well, that makes no sense then.
Because the
Yes.
areas that he was found, the area he was found was a little creek that ran by the party house. That area was combed over so thoroughly from, I think it was Lee Summit, Missouri, their search and rescue team or search and recovery team. They came in and looked for him and they found nothing. And that went on for a while.
Yeah.
And these guys were so thorough. And then mysteriously, a few weeks or a month later, his family finally got the okay to go out and search for themselves because they just were not satisfied with it. They wanted to do it themselves,
Yeah.
which I don't blame them.
Right.
Boom, not even 10 minutes into the search, there lies Alonzo
Yeah.
in the creek bed that
Yeah.
was searched so heavily.
So it's not like somebody just, it's not like Alonzo just appeared out of nowhere, out of thin air, guys.
And what
he
made
had to be placed in there.
it so even more odd was he was dead, but his body was well preserved. And if you're in the water, if you're out in the elements for that long, and especially being out in the woods, you got all the animals. You're not going to look that good.
If you're in the water as well, your body's not going to look very good. You're going to bloat up. It's not pretty. Believe me.
When they did get him in for the autopsy, his body did have some damage from animals. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but they said that the tissue around his neck was so destroyed by the animals, I'm assuming that they couldn't determine if he was strangled or anything like that. So the autopsy he wasn't able to figure it out. It was
Yeah, which is odd to me. I figured they would be able to figure it out through autopsy, but
it was death was unknown.
That I'm not sure, Tamara. That I'm not really sure if it's been released to the public.
I
I don't think it has yet. Is this the one that went to?
This is the one that went to the Air Force Base.
Now, this is the funny part, guys. This is what Megan and I were just whispering to each other here. Instead of when they found him and got him out, and he's back. Get in here, sis. I don't know. Do you want to mention this Air Force Base?
Yeah, that's fine. That's probably
who took him to the
FBI had it.
The FBI showed up to come and pick up Alonzo instead of taking him to a regular.
No. His body was exhumed.
Yeah, it was exhumed.
They exhumed his body because his family
Oh, yeah.
wanted another explanation.
Yes,
So they
because
had
the first
him-
one didn't, like we said, the coroner or whatever could not figure it out. So the family, that's
Yeah.
right, they exhumed his body and they took him to where? What's the name?
It just says Air Force Base.
He's on here. Oh my goodness.
We'll get it here in a minute. But this is what kind of blew my mind. It's an Air Force base to get looked at.
It was Dover Air Force Base.
What? They took him to an Air Force base to be
They let
to be examined?
Yeah, they let the medical examiners from the military do this.
Being ex-military, remember we talked about this the other day. I'm not sure if it's changed in 13 years or whatever, but don't you have to be military or something to be
They
have
don't.
something like that happen?
The
to be looked
FBI, the
Well,
FBI
FBI.
could actually have it done like that.
Yeah. But see, I thought maybe it had something. Maybe the FBI. I thought maybe the FBI was hiding something, guys. But that's
No,
me.
they got
That was
authority.
me. Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of what got me. Instead of taking him to maybe another medical examiner in another state, they just took him to the Air Force Base to get him looked at. And that right there, that's I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome.
If
To
they
me,
can't
anyway.
figure it
If
out.
they can't figure it out, yeah. What we were talking about was,
Is there anything you want to add?
yeah,
Yes, question for you two. The law enforcement searched the property the party took place at,
Yeah.
including the creek.
Yeah.
The Lee Summit Search and Rescue Team, which is one of the best teams you're going to find, they not only
Yeah,
walked
she-
that creek,
yeah.
I did mention that.
She did mention that, but this is new, walking the creek and whatnot.
they walked the creek. The deepest part of the creek was 3 foot deep. You could see the bottom.
Yeah.
I know, right, Tamara? I know.
And they walked the brush along the creek. Any brush pile, they were pulling apart, looking in it to see if there was anything there. There was nothing.
Yeah.
This went on for almost a month, constantly searching there.
And Lee Summit, right? They're the ones that were,
Yeah,
Yes.
Lisa.
yeah, okay.
And they found nothing. When the family was cleared to search the area, first it was announced law enforcement's done with the property and the family is going to conduct a search there. The family, within like 30 minutes, finds Alonzo laying in the creek on top of a brush pile in the creek.
Yep.
And he was still in relatively good condition.
Yeah, that's what she said. And like I said, that makes you think, what? How is that possible?
I mean, he even had his wallet on him. He had the stuff in his pockets was still intact. The only thing
Yeah.
missing was his shoes.
So my question on this, was he there the entire time? Or was he put there with the intention of the family being the ones to find him? There is evidence that he could have been kept in a freezer for a while.
But if you're kept in a freezer, that coldness will finally get to you and you become stiff as a board. And it takes quite a while to get back in a different position. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but according to the original medical examiner, he saw evidence with
Yes.
this that he cannot rule it out.
See what Tamara said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that nowadays you hear racism and everything, but the fact that there were the racial slurs and stuff going on,
Yeah.
it worries me that this is race behind this. And he was put there with the intent of let his family be the ones find him laying out here.
That's what I was leaning
As
towards.
kind of a, you're not in the right neighborhood. This is a warning kind of thing, maybe.
Because there was 3 people of color at the party.
Out of 30 to 50 people, 3?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I believe Alonzo was the only one of the 3 to stay at this
Yeah.
location when
Yeah.
everybody else left.
Yeah, he,
The other.
about a half an hour in, they all went to another party, like I said, and Alonzo stayed for what, another 40 minutes or so? What did the coroner's report?
The coroner, I watched a video and it interviewed the coroner.
Yeah.
And he said that he saw some stuff that could be consistent with being in a freezer, but not enough to confirm it. But definitely he could not confirm that he was not in a freezer. So he could not give a definite answer, yes or no, but he did say that it was 100% possible that he was in a freezer for a while.
Well, then absolutely. Then I'm not sure how that all works when you have a body in the freezer, but I would think it would take a little longer to thaw somebody out. But
Well, and
Whatever.
What was the time of year?
that the thing that it was April, May-ish,
April.
remember?
April to May.
So if he's in a little bit in the water like that, the water's shallow going through, so it's going to be a little bit warmer.
Yeah, but it still takes quite a while I would think, to thaw somebody out of being frozen, a
'Cause
human person.
we're looking at about a week from the time that law enforcement pulled off the property till the family got there. So there's about a week's worth of time that he could have been put on. But then again, it couldn't have been too early, because while there was some animal effects and some water effects on the body, it was still, according to some that was on scene when they found him, they said his coloring looked normal.
Yeah.
And that there was not a lot of visible damage that they could see.
Except right through here,
And that come from the coroner,
Yep.
that
that
it was the
tissue-
throat area.
the tissue
that was
on the throat
damaged.
area was too damaged to see if he had been strangled.
But at the same time, when you say throat damage, my first thought, guys, that he was hung.
Yeah,
I hate to say that,
But
and I do
that was my
apologize,
thought.
but that's
his neck
exactly
wasn't broke, though.
exactly
Yeah.
that's the thing. It wasn't. I mean, but my first thought was they hung the poor guy, and I thought, you've got to be kidding. I mean, jeez.
See, what started the confrontation was
Yeah.
Alonzo apparently was getting too friendly with
the
one of the
kids?
girls at the party, and the guys there didn't take too kindly to it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
That wouldn't be bad to do. Yeah.
that's a smart. Let me
Let me
write
look
that
that
down. Let me
up.
write that down.
Denny's looking it up here right
Okay.
now. So, yeah. What was more about the confrontation between?
Alonzo was flirting and hanging out with one of the girls at the party,
Yeah.
and the guys there didn't think it was
I was
appropriate.
gonna say appropriate. Yeah.
And that's what started the fight. And that's when the racial slurs started. And according to Alonzo's friends, because they were all friends with him, they didn't see color. But they said that
Yeah.
Alonzo, yeah, he could deal with, getting, I don't want to say picked on, getting the racial crap thrown at him. It didn't really bother him until he couldn't take it no more. And that's when he would snap, which
Which I don't blame him.
he has every right to.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't blame him one bit. But that's what I wondered, because unfortunately, you didn't write down what the confrontation was
I
about.
didn't.
So
Yeah.
unless I just completely went stupid. Oh, it's right there. Sorry, guys.
You're not completely stupid. You just didn't see it.
Oh, right there. Of course, the girl, I'm sorry, I didn't scratch it, that he was flirting with happened to be a white girl. Let's see. Yeah, this one just, the body wasn't
No.
bloated. The complexion was normal. No, not at all. Tamara. Oh, we're not talking about that.
No. Excuse me.
Sorry, guys. Mom, they're calling for mom here. What else do you think? Can you answer Tamara's question about that? Is that what you're,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
It takes about an hour a pound for
yeah.
beef, for like a full half a side or a whole beef
to freeze?
to thaw.
Oh, thaw.
So about an hour a pound.
So that's an all day thing.
Alonzo, if we went with that.
I think it's the back one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you didn't. We're trying to find his weight, guys.
I could find it.
But yeah, this there's more pieces coming together with this, and it just kind of, I really do think it was racially, what do I want to say?
Motivated.
Yeah, racially motivated. He just happened to be the wrong color at the wrong time and place, and yeah. I mean,
We'll have to look
because
all of this up.
he's got a picture of Alonzo up on his phone right now, and we'll show more pictures, guys. But looking at Alonzo, he's kind of he's got a more of a round face, so he weighs, I'm sure. Yeah, here, got it. So I mean, he does have he looks kind of stocky.
And he
so,
played
yeah.
football.
Played football, so of course, yeah. Thanks, Tamara. But yeah, cute kid, cute guy.
So I'm not finding his weight on me. So I'm gonna
But
have to
anyway,
dig
you can
into
just
that.
tell by the picture that he's kind of stocky, played football, so it's going to take a while to thaw out. So, anything else?
So we will be doing some updates on many
More.
of these cases.
Yeah.
We've got some new ones that are going to come out.
And about Alonzo. Do you have
Oh,
anything else?
Alonzo.
We'll get to the other ones just a second,
Yeah.
guys. Anything else you want to talk about with Alonzo?
With him, it's just going to be piecing together. I still
yeah.
want to talk to the family and friends. If you haven't watched the Unsolved Mysteries
Tamara,
episode,
yeah,
please
yeah.
watch it.
But anyway, if you know anything more about Alonzo Brooks, please contact the FBI, the police department, sheriff's department, or if you even just feel better talking to us, please do so, because I mean, whatever happened, it doesn't, I hate, this is the one thing that gets me about a lot of these cases. These people didn't deserve to die the way they died, or what they had to go through in the process. And you don't have to agree with us. You don't have to think of our theories as, oh, well, I don't agree with that. You're more than welcome to that. Absolutely.
Yeah, our theories are just that.
He was a Husker fan. I didn't even realize that. We just want to find these people and bring them home. They deserve that much. So if you know anything, even more about Alonzo, please either contact FBI or contact us. If you're not too keen on doing FBI or whatever, we will be here to listen, believe me. And then you said we had other cases that we're going to get to eventually.
Yes, we've got 4 new cases. One of them, I'm waiting on more information to come in from his sister and a friend of the sister.
And is this a kid, an older guy?
This one, he was 19.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a 28-year-old lady.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple more younger people. And then we had what I feel is going to be our most challenging case is the Jesse Foster case. And that's the one that
That's one out of
deals
Vegas.
with trafficking.
That is, yes, that's the young lady out of Vegas that we think was involved in some sort of human trafficking. And that's
as a victim.
As a victim, absolutely. Excuse me. And this is going to be pretty big also, because human trafficking, as you know, is huge. And it's not just children. It could be men, women, children, whatever. And it bothers me to even talk about it because the things that they must go through and do, it just breaks my heart. And this is going to be a big case. And we've also been in contact with who for this?
Through Messenger, I've spoke with her mother. We've been trying to get it together to talk. She's in Canada, and she's been really busy with an election and different things going on.
She's the founder of that Mothers Against.
Yes.
Yeah, her mother, like Megan is saying, she's the founder of the human trafficking. What was it?
Moms Against Trafficking Kingdom.
Yes.
Trafficking.
So
MATH.
that's what most of her time is about. So, and so I'm sure this it's just devastating. I can't even.
And
Yeah.
we're going to do the case layout in the coming days.
Yeah.
But then after, her mom told me there is a lot of misinformation online that you find on this case.
Yeah.
So after we talk with her to make sure that we're going to be sharing accurate information, we will do a full-blown video on that one.
Right.
And
That's going to be a big one, guys, because like we said, human trafficking, this is huge right now. So, yeah.
yeah, this one's going to take us who
Yeah.
knows where.
Right.
But the bright note, if we could find answers on Jesse's case,
Yeah.
it has the potential to rescue many.
Yeah, we could open this, we could make this wide open, guys, and hopefully save other people as well.
And that was the number one reason for taking on this case, which again is not one of our normal things, but the potential to help so many people at one time like that, you can't say no to that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. And again, that's Jessie Foster, and you can find her on our website here, correct?
I think
Or
we
the
do.
case, the picture of her at least, right?
The picture should be on our Facebook page.
Yeah. Pretty young lady. Yeah. One quick thing about her. How long was she in Vegas before this happened?
I want to say less than a year.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So see how quickly?
And
I
again,
mean,
that'll
because
have
she
to be
bounced
confirmed
from
by her mom,
Place to place.
not once she got to Vegas.
Well, I meant before she went to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Oh, so she, okay.
Yeah, but we'll get into that once
Yeah.
we confirm the details.
But anyway, that's Jessica Foster, guys. So anyway, one last thing before we go anywhere. I'm sure you all have been wondering. Randy Leach. So Denny?
We still have our lead going on in a particular area that has our hands tied on this piece of property. However, we now have three other locations that we will be going out and searching. The search has gone for us from just looking for a vehicle with Randy to strong potential that he's not with the vehicle at this point.
And I'm not going into too much detail, but there's a chance he's not in water either.
So
Yeah.
we just
He's not in any kind of water.
new information that's either come in or that we've uncovered and been able to piece. These searches are going to be very interesting. One area that we have to search, we've already been to and done a search, but we need to go the opposite direction on it.
Yeah, can't go into too much detail, guys, but he is still our number one case. And I'm honestly, like we've talked before, we're this close, guys, literally this close. And the reason I'm excited about this is because we may finally bring Randy home to Alberta.
I hope so.
I mean, 'cause-
sweetest person.
Yeah. But yeah, this close, guys. And I'm sorry that we don't have any new information about it to give to you guys yet. But can you backtrack his car since it was so unique? Which car are you talking about, Tamara? Randy's?
Randy's mom's car.
Randy's mom?
Randy's car. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Joanne. That is
Yeah.
great. It is, yes. Yeah, Randy's car.
There's really no way to backtrack it.
During that, because of that time period, they didn't, keep a lot of records, I'm assuming? Well,
Like
Pretty
today,
standard
you
car.
got chips
Yeah, I mean,
and all of that stuff.
yeah,
that
you
go
have-
in
yeah.
electronically.
Oh, yeah.
But back then, you didn't.
Yeah.
Now, if it had been taken to a scrapyard,
oh gosh.
and we don't know, in fact, at this point, it's unlikely that happened with the information that we've received. But if it did, it would depend on who's at the scrapyard, who was running
Yeah.
it, if they were doing it under the counter, so to speak.
And I'm not gonna, I mean, they probably do put information down about the vehicles that come in, but not the way they do it now.
Yeah,
So I mean,
it
Yeah.
didn't have near the regulations that you see today.
because you got to remember this happened back in the 80s. So yeah, but no, we've got more information and we're getting there, guys, and we really hope that you can hang with us during the whole Randy thing because, like I said just a few minutes ago, that close, guys.
And
Super excited that we may find him. I'm telling you, this poor kid and his family have been through hell.
And when we do these searches, regardless, we will have the cameras running and
Yeah.
bring you along with us on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was. Yep, I hear you. It was very different back then. Absolutely. So, but anyway, if you guys have any more information on Randy and let us know, please. Please let us know. Anything else you want to say about Randy or?
I want to say a lot about it, but we can't.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, guys, and it's one of those we have to bite our tongue kind of situations. So just hang with us, okay? Because there's a chance. How do I want to say this without saying
Eventually,
shit's gonna
we
hit the
can tell you
fan, guys?
everything.
Excuse my language, but shit's gonna hit the fan soon. Period. I don't care. I said it. So anything else, guys?
No, I think we covered quite a bit tonight.
Now, I had to step out for a minute. Couple of our neighbors had a situation earlier, but anyway, one of the houses involved, Bill. I've mentioned him many times. He is joining us on our search team. Super good guy. But I went out to talk with him on some things and everything. And he wanted to come in and introduce himself to you guys, but timing was kind
Yeah.
of bad for him tonight. Everything is okay, thankfully.
Yeah.
But
They had to
Bill-
call the police this afternoon tonight. Yeah, it's a long story,
yeah, it
but
was a big
Yeah.
ordeal. But Bill will be joining us on a video soon and introducing him. You'll learn some about him and you'll be seeing him on some of our searches, especially the Randy Leach case. Like us, the Randy Leach case is what got him to where he wanted to get involved in this.
Right.
And so we will be introducing you to Bill in the coming days.
from what I've seen of Bill, he seems like a pretty good guy. So, but anything else you want to talk about tonight, Meg?
No, I think we covered quite a bit. So
I think Megan wants out in front of the camera. I get in trouble a lot for kidding around about her being camera shy.
She's great though. I don't know what her problem is.
She is
So,
camera shy.
She is.
I just don't like it. I'm sorry, but
What-
I will do it.
They're sisters.
Yeah.
One of them camera shy.
The other just won't shut up.
As you see, she took the middle seat.
Yeah.
She took.
See, right front and center, guys.
It looks like a halo up here now. See what she's trying to do.
No, I get very passionate about these cases and sorry if it's too much, but yeah, I do. I get very passionate. So yeah, Megan's
I'm
are
just-
great.
I'm just more of a behind the scenes person. That's where I
Yeah.
like to stay.
But You do good. You're great, though.
wherever you are, though.
yes. But anyway, did you guys watch the Chiefs game tonight by chance?
Yeah, the Sun's holding up the Chiefs
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah.
We won.
Yes.
Stressful, but we won.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tamara.
So
I think she's great too.
yeah, she's a good kid. She's a good kid. All right, guys. Well,
With that, let's say we go ahead and close it down.
all right, guys. If you have any more information for any of these cases that we talked about tonight, either contact your local law enforcement or contact us if you're not comfortable with them. We make everything confidential. We don't talk about any names. You give us what you want. We're not going to sit there and force you to do anything. Okay.
Yes, we keep all of our sources
Yes.
confidential. However, if it's law enforcement and we are required by law, then
Yes.
we would have to share that information with law enforcement, but we will not be sharing our sources publicly.
No. So with that being said, Tamara, it was great having you on tonight, sweetheart. We appreciate it.
Joanne, you too. Thank
Yes,
you.
Joanne, absolutely. And what was the other one? That net?
Net investigator.
Yeah, net investigator. Thank you
Or
for
detective.
detective. Excuse me.
Yes, thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Absolutely, Joanne. Thank you. Hey,
Hi.
how are you? What's
See, we will have
not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Psychotic? Is that right?
psychotic.
Oh, psychotic. Like what?
I
We
feel
can't
smart.
read.
Oh wow. Sorry. I am so sorry. How are you? Hey. Yeah.
We will have more videos coming.
Very, very soon, guys.
See, there's 5, 6, 7 that are
Yeah.
probably come out this week at least.
Yeah.
And then any updates that we get, we will be throwing those out as
Oh,
well.
yeah. But anything you need to look up or whatever, just go to the Facebook page
Muddy
or
Waters Search and
Yeah.
Recovery,
Yep.
or email me. My email and my cell phone number is not in the description of this video, but it is in the description of all of our other videos. So
and yeah. And if not, you can always I like the smiley face, Joanne.
Making fun.
I know. You're making fun of us, aren't you?
Hey, I got the name right, so that is directed
Sorry.
at you too.
Like I said, I'm sorry.
We promise
Sorry.
we know how to read.
Yeah. But with that being said, one more time with your website.
It's MWHFA and MWHFA.net for Crooked Trail Designs, and just go on, check it out. Just look at all the goodies we have.
And don't forget about the
the sale is
sale.
from now until September 26th.
All merchandise on the website, 25% off
Yes.
using coupon code.
End of summer 2021.
and like I said, got a cool shirt like this with the logo.
and
Denny's shirt was on there. It's even got his name
This
on
one's
it.
not.
Well, anyway,
that's
this is
personal.
exclusive, okay? But
One of
this
a
one,
kind.
this one is one of the ones that you can get. It's got search and recovery. Okay, psychotic. When we get done with this, this video that we're doing, go ahead and how do you want to do this? Now that I've read that,
I'm on my age on the internet and I'm kind of boring. Well, just telling them your age alone, it's
Yeah.
not going to hurt anything.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to talk with us?
Let's say you can just get a hold of
Absolutely.
us.
I mean, you don't have to say any more on here if you're not wanting to. Denny right now is putting up a number, and you can text if you'd like. And you can talk to him and get off your chest what's going on here, okay? But yeah. Now I forgot what I was going to
Yeah, 'cause
say.
with that, unless you give them like your social security number, bank account numbers,
Yeah.
personal information like that,
Right.
just telling them your age,
Yeah,
it
you should.
shouldn't be nothing
There,
to worry about.
yeah, it shouldn't be nothing to worry about. But if you want, like I said, just go ahead and text Denny because and okay. Oh, okay. Do you just want to go ahead and text Denny and tell him the situation that's going on? That way we can help you out if need be. Okay. But anything else before we jump off here? Nothing. But anyway, guys, cool stuff to check out on my sister's website. Any more information you may have?
Yes.
Oh.
I had Muddy Waters hunting and fishing adventures,
Thanks.
and
you.
then I switched over and moved the direction of search and recovery. But I have a ton of fishing lures, crankbaits, spinners,
He's got a
buzz
whole ton,
baits,
guys.
inline spinners. I am going to start putting these up for sale, and 100% of the proceeds are going to go towards our search and recovery efforts. And that's to help me get rid of the stock that we have. And then down the road, I may get back into making some more of those.
So, and that's where can they find that?
They're not on there yet.
Oh, they're not on there yet.
We'll
Okay.
eventually add them to the website
Okay.
because I add new stuff constantly, and that stuff will be put on there too.
Right. And like I said, Psychotic, if you have any more problems, honey.
Yes, actually do.
Yeah. Tamara.
I
Check
pick-
out the
I
website,
picked
honey.
those out.
Yeah, that's a Megan exclusive with
Yeah.
those.
See,
But yeah.
we got a couple different pink ones, I believe.
Yeah.
So take a look at it, Tamara. You'll find all sorts of goodies. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Psychotic,
can't-
why don't you just go ahead and get
Yeah,
a hold of us?
we see what you posted, hun, but I don't want to get into detail about what you just put on there.
Yeah, 'cause
Obviously,
this is
people have.
public.
Yeah, this is public. This is live, honey. So if you have any more problems, please text Denny, and that way we can talk with you, and see what's going on. Okay, because it sounds like some pretty
It's
serious
personal.
stuff's going on and personal, and we don't want anybody else to know what's going on. Okay. All right. So, anything else? Anything else?
With that,
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging in with us. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Just go ahead and text him anyway, hun. That way we can help you out, okay? Please. So,
And with that, you all stay safe, and let's do everything we can to bring some of these people home.
bye guys.